In this video, I'm going to prove why the F-14 Tomcat is by far the best aircraft ever made, with incredible stories you've probably never heard before, guaranteed to leave you in awe. Imagine this, an F-14 Tomcat, ambushed by a meticulously planned enemy trap months in the making. Using AWACS support and the radar blind spots of mountainous terrain, the enemy surrounds the Tomcat with 6 fighters, aiming for a decisive kill. To make matters worse, the F-14's radar fails and one engine starts to give out. Yet against all odds, the Tomcat not only escapes, but takes down 2 enemy jets in the process. How did this incredible moment unfold? Stay tuned as we reveal this and other legendary stories that prove why the F-14 is the greatest fighter jet of all time. The birth of the F-14 Tomcat. The story of the F-14 begins in the 1960s. The United States Navy faced an urgent challenge. With the Soviet Union advancing its bomber and missile technology, the Navy needed a fighter jet that could defend its aircraft carriers and dominate the skies. The F-4 Phantom was reliable but lacked the agility and advanced weaponry to counter the new Soviet threats. Thus, the ambitious Naval Fighter Experimental (VFX) program was born, a program aimed at developing the ultimate fleet defense fighter. The task of designing this groundbreaking aircraft fell to Grumman Aerospace Corporation, a company already renowned for its innovative aircraft designs. However, Grumman faced significant financial struggles competing with the Air Force's F-15 program. Desperate for funding, Grumman turned to an unexpected ally, the Shah of Iran. Eager to modernize his Air Force, the Shah was impressed by the F-14's potential. He placed an order for 80 Tomcats before the jet was even operational, and provided the financial lifeline Grumman needed. This historic deal made Iran the only foreign operator of the aircraft, a distinction it holds to this day. Thanks to this partnership, the F-14 Tomcat not only became a reality, but also secured a legacy as one of the most advanced fighters of its era. Remarkably, many of these Iranian F-14s remain operational, a testament to the aircraft's enduring capabilities. Innovative design and capabilities. What set the F-14 apart from its predecessors was its revolutionary design. The Tomcat's variable sweep wing design allowed its wings to sweep back for high-speed intercepts or extend forward for enhanced maneuverability during dogfights. This feature gave it unmatched versatility in combat. The true marvel, however, lay in its AWG-9 radar. This system could track up to 24 targets at once and engage 6 of them simultaneously with its long-range Phoenix missiles. Imagine being an enemy pilot and realizing that the Tomcat had locked onto you from over 100 miles away. Such capabilities were unheard of at the time. Powered by twin Pratt & Whitney engines, the F-14 could reach speeds of Mach 2.3 and climb to over 50,000 feet. More than just an interceptor, the Tomcat was a symbol of technological superiority, capable of turning the tide of any aerial confrontation. The F-14 Tomcat's combat legacy is legendary. While the U.S. Navy primarily used it for fleet defense, its first major combat experience came during the Iran-Iraq War. Iranian F-14 secured over 160 confirmed kills, often against overwhelming odds. One of the most extraordinary tales of the F-14 Tomcat's combat history involves an Iranian pilot, Fazlollah Javidnia, who faced insurmountable odds and emerged as a legend. This gripping incident occurred during the Iran-Iraq War when Iraqi forces, bolstered by Saudi E-3 AWACS systems and U.S. intelligence, meticulously planned an ambush. Using the radar blind spots of Iran's mountainous terrain, they set a trap near the western region of Ahvaz province, aiming to surround and destroy Javidnia's F-14. Initially deployed to intercept 2 Mirage F1s, Javidnia soon discovered he was encircled by 6 enemy fighters. The Iraqi forces had exploited every advantage, even using the high terrain in Elam province to allow one Mirage to approach undetected with its radar off, guided by AWACS. The stage was set for a decisive blow, with the Iraqi Mirages aiming to overwhelm the lone Tomcat. Javidnia's knowledge of his adversary's aircraft proved to be his first lifeline. Intelligence gathered from a downed Mirage F1 revealed a critical flaw. When a Mirage pilot dipped their nose downward, its radar would often lose track of its target, mistaking ground objects, such as buildings, for enemies. With this in mind, Javidnia executed a daring maneuver, flying low enough to exploit the flaw while maintaining control over the chaotic engagement. The battle was fierce, but the F-14's agility and firepower gave it a fighting chance. In an incredible display of skill, Javidnia downed 2 Mirages, forcing the remaining 4 to rethink their strategy. However, the victory was short-lived. The F-14's radar suddenly malfunctioned, a result of sabotage by U.S. engineers before the Iranian Revolution, leaving Javidnia and his RIO, radar intercept officer, without critical targeting systems. Recognizing the dire situation, Javidnia turned south, heading toward Daylimport, where Iran had a robust SAM site capable of providing cover. But as he attempted his escape, the Tomcat's engines began to falter due to years of strained maintenance conditions and limited access to proper parts. The F-14 was now flying blind, with reduced power and under relentless pursuit. Adding to the danger, one Mirage F1 used the mountainous terrain and radar guidance from AWACS to position itself east of the Tomcat, hoping to cut off Javidnia's escape. The Iraqi pilot, however, made a critical error. Iran's oil facilities in the area created a dense cluster of structures that Mirage radar systems mistook for enemy targets. This momentary confusion gave Javidnia just enough time to adjust his course and continue towards safety. Despite these incredible challenges, engine trouble, radar failure, and overwhelming odds, Javidnia managed to evade his pursuers, finally reaching the protection of Iran's SAM defenses near Daylimport. This encounter not only demonstrated the F-14's exceptional design, but also highlighted the skill and ingenuity of its pilots, turning a near tragedy into yet another chapter in the Tomcat's storied legacy. The F-14's capabilities became the stuff of legend. In one engagement during the Iran-Iraq War, a single Phoenix missile downed 3 Iraqi MiG-23s, demonstrating the aircraft's unparalleled firepower. The Tomcat flexed its muscles during the Gulf of Sidra incidents. Twice, F-14s from the U.S. Navy engaged and shot down Libyan fighters that threatened American forces. These encounters demonstrated the Tomcat's capability to dominate airspace with lethal efficiency. However, during the Gulf War, the F-14 showcased a different kind of dominance. Unlike the F-15s and F-16s, which achieved significant air-to-air kills, the Tomcat's mere presence was often enough to deter enemy action. Iraqi pilots, knowing the Tomcat's fearsome reputation, would frequently flee at the sight of it, preferring to take their chances against the other jets. Top Gun and pop culture fame. In 1986, the F-14 catapulted into pop culture stardom with the release of Top Gun. Tom Cruise's portrayal of Pete "Maverick" Mitchell, combined with breathtaking aerial scenes, turned the Tomcat into a household name. The movie not only showcased the Tomcat's incredible capabilities, but also inspired an entire generation of pilots and aviation enthusiasts. To this day, the F-14 remains one of the most beloved aircraft in cinematic and military history. Retirement and legacy. After more than 3 decades of service, the F-14 was retired in 2006. The F/A-18 Hornet, cheaper to maintain and less complex, took its place. However, the Tomcat's retirement wasn't just about cost or age. Its ties to Iran and the end of U.S.-Iran cooperation following the 1979 revolution played a significant role. Remarkably, Iran continues to operate and upgrade its fleet of F-14s, maintaining these aircraft against all odds. With the addition of new Russian avionics and missiles, such as the R-27 and R-73, these Tomcats have been further modernized to remain formidable fighters. This enduring legacy underscores the Tomcat's exceptional design and resilience. The F-14 Tomcat wasn't just a fighter jet. It was a symbol of an era, a technological masterpiece, and a testament to human ingenuity. Though its engines may be silent, its legend roars on. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into military aviation and history. Let us know in the comments, what's your favorite fighter jet of all time? Until next time, this is Caspian Insight, signing off.